Welcome to Menopause Diaries Unfiltered. I'm Jackie Grant, your host, with over a decade experience of working with peri to post-menopausal women who helping them to lose their next 15 to 20 pounds within 4 months without calorie counting, restrictive dieting, or spending all their time in the gym. I've delivered menopause workshops to councils, adult learning services, community organisations, and the National Health Service across London, whilst running a community interest company that I deliver and host a menopause and women's health cafe in my borough. This is Menopause Diaries, the podcast where we get real about menopause, the weight, the mood, the sleepless nights, the wins, the hard days, unfiltered, unscripted, and unapologetically honest. And today's guest is Jules Sheriff, who is a midlife woman in Canada. She's the founder of Rise with Jules podcast, and we'll hear more about that later. So, welcome, Jules.
Thank you. So I'm so honored to have to be on your podcast today.
Thank you for being with us. So, Jules, tell us a little bit
Mhm.
about your journey through menopause, because I know it's not the same as, like, some of the guests that I've had on.
Yeah, so I just to start with the whole hot flash thing, I've been having hot flashes for probably about 12 years now. And about 5 years ago, I talked to my doctor about going on HRT, hormone replacement therapy. And I thought I was going to get a fight from her because of, the miscommunication that happened over the decades about that. And
Mm.
she was all for it. She had just come back from a conference. She was very excited about getting me on the patch. So life changed. I went from having several hot flashes a day, night sweats at night, not being able to sleep, brain fog, all of it. It was just unbelievable. I thought I was going crazy. I really did. But I knew enough through some of the other groups that I belong to, and talking to other female entrepreneurs that are similar to my age, that I wasn't going crazy. It was menopause. And then I went on HRT, and life was amazing. Amazing. Sleeping 8 hours a night, running to the washroom because I hadn't got up in the middle of the night to go to the washroom. Just amazing. And then a year and a half ago, they found a tumor on my right ovary. It was not cancerous, but when they operated, it had spread quite a bit to the point where a layer actually had to be taken off my bladder. So I now have and recently had a CT scan and will be checked every 6 months by my surgeon. And once a year, I will have a CT scan. And just recently got a bill of good health. The CT scan came back, nothing on it. So I'm quite excited about that. But with surgery came no HRT, no
Mm.
estrogen. I'm not allowed to take it. So menopause is back. And I guess they call it post-surgery menopause. So I get hot flashes at
Mm.
night, during the day. They're not as bad.
Mm.
I can't take estrogen, so it's over the counter, magnesium, and there's just, like a potpourri of pills I'm taking, which none of it's covered by my medical plan because they
Mm.
don't cover vitamins, they only
Yeah.
cover drugs. I
Mm.
mean, that's a whole different story. But what did help a lot, and it took 6 months to get into a menopause specialist, was there's a brand new, and I don't remember the name of it, but there's a brand new sleeping pill on the market that just got approved in Canada. And supposedly you don't keep needing more and more and more, which is my concern with sleeping pills. And
Yeah.
since going on those, sleep is good again. But I'm still, the brain fog is back. The hot flashes are back. The just the confusion, a lot of stuff that's happening. Yeah. Yeah.
So, other than supplements, is there anything else that you found that worked other than the supplements and this sleep pill?
Not drinking alcohol,
Okay.
which I can which I don't drink anyway because I alcohol is my thing. I started drinking at 13 due to childhood trauma and became quickly addicted because of the way I was using it. So I don't
Mm.
drink, but occasionally here and there, I've kind of gone back and had a drink. That is the journey of someone with addiction. And
Yeah.
every time I drink, the hot flashes are 10 times worse. And as we age as women,
Mm,
alcohol is not our friend, period. So whether it's your thing or not, alcohol is not our friend. And yeah, it taxes the liver, right? And then our entire body just can't function. Diet, just eating properly, getting rid of the sugar and the simple carbs. And I do notice that if I eat a bit of sugar, because I'm not perfect,
yeah.
I have a sugar hangover the next day, and I can feel it. And the hot flashes are more prevalent after I've had a bunch
Mm,
of sugar.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
You're right. I mean, alcohol, I mean, it's kind of that thing, isn't it? It's like we love it, but
Yeah, I still romanticize about it. I love a glass of red wine.
yeah, we
Yeah.
love it, but yeah, it does impact on us. And, especially as we're, trying to keep as much muscle mass as possible, it impacts on our ability to build our muscles. So,
Yes.
it is really, I mean, is one of those things in it that's so difficult to,
Oh, it is. It's absolutely. And I would never, I'm not like I quit smoking decades ago, and I'm not anti-smoke. I'm not
yeah, mm,
anti-alcohol. I loved
yeah,
doing both, and I still like
mm,
romanticize about my glass of red wine.
yeah, of
Thank
course.
goodness, not to go on a tangent, but thank goodness they have amazing non-alcoholic beers now, like Guinness
They
Zero's on the
do,
market, and I
they
drink it
do.
every day. Like I haven't found the good wine yet, but
Yeah,
but you
yeah,
mentioned resistance training and stuff, and I didn't even touch on that, but absolutely exercise, right? Yeah,
yeah,
exercise. I
yeah.
haven't been able to get into the gym lately. I have done resistance training in the past, but I work full time and I have a side business as well that I'm growing. So I let my health go. And that didn't help either. I did notice that my symptoms got worse
Mm,
after not being able to take estrogen. But
mm.
I just started training for my sixth marathon. Haven't done
Oh,
one of those in 16 years, and I'm turning 60 in September, so it's a challenge for me.
well done, well done. It's taking that
So it's
challenge.
a start. It's a start. But I know resistance training is extremely important, especially for midlife women, for
It
everybody, but especially midlife women.
definitely, definitely, and that's the thing we need to keep preserve that muscle mass as long as we can, So it's really important. So in terms of the symptoms that you're still getting, so you're still
Hmm.
getting the night sweats, but not, I mean,
Hmm.
the hot flashes not as much.
Hmm.
Still getting a brain fog, and then you said
Yes.
about confusion. So how does that manifest itself?
Oh my goodness. I feel like I have early onset dementia, but I know that's not what it is. I've done the Googling. But I'll be in the elevator and the door closes and I don't know if I'm going up or down. I'll, and I think back about my mother where she would go say, go get the thing, and I would get up, I'd go into the kitchen and I'd be like, what thing? Like, and I do that. I'll go somewhere to do something, and then I stand there and I don't know what it is anymore. So I'll have to go back to the room where I was thinking
Yeah,
about it, and then it comes back.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, so it's a little element of the brain fog, isn't it, as
I
well,
think
with,
so. Yeah.
with the confusion.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, I mean, what would you, I mean, in terms of the fact that you was on HRT and then they found a
Mm.
tumor, was there any in relation to the HRT that tumor came about, or was
They
that
said no.
okay?
They did say that, there could be a slight chance, but with and a lot of people that believe the research that was later debunked it like extremely
This one
well,
study, yeah, that was a while ago, yeah.
there are still people that believe that study, that I don't know
Mm,
the name of the study, but there are still people that believe that study that
mm,
women will get cancer. And
mm,
um but for the most part, like even my doctor said no. She said, I don't think so. But she said, now that the tumor's there, she said, you definitely cannot take estrogen. So my surgeon told me that because of how much the tumor had spread, there's a
Mm,
25% chance it'll come back. And if it comes back, it's cancer. If
right,
I take estrogen, that goes from 25% to 50%.
right. And
So,
what about plant-based estrogen? Are you like, like
yeah.
phytoestrogens? Are you able to eat those to support your estrogen or not?
What plant-based? Sorry, could you repeat that?
Like phytoestrogens.
And I haven't tried that. That's, you know what? That's something I haven't even talked to my doctor about. So that is something that I should look into.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because obviously there's foods that
Mm.
will it mimics estrogen, but it's on a lower level, obviously, because
Okay.
it's plant-based, it's not something that's made in the body. So
Hmm.
yeah, that could potentially be something. I mean, it's
Mm.
if it's worth an ask. Don't ask, you don't know, do you?
Yeah, absolutely. And if you don't ask, it's always no. It's a,
Yeah. If it's no, then there's all other options to look at, whether that's
Mhm.
herbs, different herbs that can support.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Hmm. Hmm.
Have you
Yeah.
tried that avenue yet at all?
Yeah, I do. I take two different types of magnesium citrate, and then the one that you take in the evenings. Can't remember the name of it. But I take that. There was another medication that I was taking for a few months and I went off it. It's just across the counter. Oh my goodness, I can't remember the name of that one either. See, that's my brain not being able to remember.
That's all right. That's all right.
Uh, but I've taken quite a few different natural remedies to really help with the symptoms. I feel like it's getting better. It's been a year and 3 months
Mm,
since I had surgery.
mm.
I can't have hot flashes forever, can I, Jackie? Like I can at some point in time it's gonna stop, right?
Yes, they
Yeah.
are going to stop. And I mean, you're doing all the things, getting
I
enough
do try to
sleep,
eat extremely
nutrition.
healthy, right? I make my own sprouts. Um, I eat I was 100% plant-based. I'm not anymore. I do eat a little bit of meat, but I make sure it's from local farmers and not industrialized farms.
Yeah.
Because I have iron issues and I've always had iron issues, and my doctor can tell when I am not getting enough iron when I have my blood work. So
Mm.
so I take iron pills, and then I also take vitamin C with the iron, and just to make sure that it's working through my body properly. But in addition to that, I take the vitamins that I need to keep myself healthy, right? The vitamin B12, D, and then just really healthy food, you know.
Mm,
And I, like I said, I was almost plant-based. I was plant-based for a while, 100%, and really enjoyed it. But I do find it hard to keep my iron up. And I
mm,
know, like, I've been plant-based long enough to know you can do it. I know you can do it. It's just that I was getting a little bit lazy here and there, so I
yeah.
do eat some meat occasionally.
Mm.
And
So how has your experience of menopause actually affected you?
I find, and again, I do feel that things are getting better, but I find that menopause is exhausting. Um, my energy tanks halfway through the day because of the hot flashes. And as we are speaking right now, I'm starting to have a hot flash. It's so interesting. I can sometimes go a day or two without having any, and then I'll have days. But the humidity here in Halifax, in Nova Scotia right now is through the roof. It's 75%, I think, right now.
Mm,
And that affects me.
mm,
Um, So, depending on the weather outside, if the humidity's high, I'm exhausted all day, just absolutely
Mm,
exhausted.
mm,
So it tires me out. I do find
mm.
that menopause tires me out a lot.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's really interesting because it does there is a lot. There is a lot going on. And, sometimes that's how it kind of affects your body is
Hmm.
it's so interesting, but as we're all different, we all have a different experience of
Hmm.
it. And you've had
Hmm.
like such a different roller coaster
Hmm.
um, experience. So yeah, but
Hmm.
thank you so much for sharing. It's
Hmm.
been really good insight into, someone that's had a different experience of
Hmm.
menopause and
Hmm.
literally having to go through it twice, more or less.
Mm. And just one other thing that I remembered, just a quick little story, is at night. I start doing a brain dump in my diary because besides all of the vitamins I'm taking to help me sleep at night and the new sleeping pill that I'm taking, um, when I'm sitting, I have like a cold pack on my back. Like I do all these crazy things at night to try to prevent myself from having a hot flash.
Right.
And I do a brain dump, but as soon as if I don't do the brain dump, if I don't do all these ritual things, as soon as I lay down, I'm totally fine when I'm sitting up, but as soon as I lay down, the hot flash happens right away and my heart
Right.
starts racing. My heart starts palpitating. And, it's like our thermostat. Like I remember someone telling me once, a woman's thermostat when she's in menopause, it's basically broken. Our brain doesn't really know how to regulate anymore. And so as soon as I lie down on the bed, it affects me. So that's
Mm,
really
mm,
interesting.
that is interesting.
Mm.
So, Jules,
Yes.
I know that you do some really incredible work.
Hmm.
So, do you want to share a little bit about that?
Oh, thank you. So I became an entrepreneur in my mid 50s. I didn't think I'd ever become an entrepreneur. I started off with just some print on demand, journals, guided journals on Amazon. And then I hired a woman to help me create this amazing premium mental health journal on Amazon called Breathe. And I created it for myself because I journal every day, and that stems from, childhood trauma, addiction, and needing journaling as one of my tools for my mental health toolbox. And that rolled into becoming a certified life coach. And I also now I'm building a business where I go into organizations. I've been working with a nonprofit lately, where I go in and do a workshop on journaling for nervous system regulation. I'm also doing this amazing workshop on the 25th of July. I'm creating it right now for a nonprofit with a woman. Her name is Tia Upshaw. She's here. She's dynamite. She started a nonprofit called Black Women in Excellence. And she hired me to do a 2-hour workshop on mental health and journaling and somatic type movements in order to uh, tell your body that it's safe because
Yeah,
sometimes our brain just goes into overload and our body, we might think we're fine. We're sitting here doing nothing, but our body still feels unsafe. So
yeah.
I'm pretty excited about that type of work. Yeah. Thank you for.
Oh, that's so brilliant. That's so brilliant. So, Jules, where can people find you?
They can find me. LinkedIn is one of my favorite places, and it's my full name, Julianna Sheriff. So JuliannaSherriff, the double letters. And so I'm on LinkedIn. I'm also on Facebook, same thing, Julianna Sheriff. I have a Facebook page called Jules Wellness Journals as well. And I have a landing page, but if you find my LinkedIn or you find my Facebook page, you'll find my landing page as well, which is the new pivot with the facilitating and one-to-one coaching that I do. Mhm.
Brilliant, brilliant. So, thank you so much for being a guest today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No problem. So thank you all for watching and listening. If you have any questions for me or my guest, ask them in the comments, like or subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode. Take care.